My favorite retro game is Monkey Island. A point-and-click graphic adventure game by Ron Gilbert, an American video game designer, programmer, and producer. In 1990, Lucasfilm Games published The Secret of Monkey Island, which was made using the SCUMM video game engine, an earlier kind of programming script that they developed for the Maniac Mansion video game. The game is based in a fantastic story, in the Caribbean Sea, during the age of piracy. The player assumes the role of a young man, Guybrush Threepwood, who dreams of becoming a pirate, and his story is divided in 4 main parts, which we will cross together in this short video. Let's go. Part 1. The 3 Trials. In the 3 Trials, the adventure begins, when Guybrush Threepwood appears on Melee Island, wanting to be a pirate. In order to do so, he must seek out the 3 pirate leaders, who order him to do 3 challenging tasks, to prove himself worthy. Meanwhile, LeChuck, whose ship is anchored beneath Monkey Island, is informed about Guybrush's plans. Guybrush needs money, so he visits a circus where he is paid to get in a cannon that shout him out of it. Then he looks to find a map, in order to discover the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island. To satisfy his curiosity about what is to happen, Guybrush visits a fortune teller to tell him his future. Then he buys a sword and a shovel from a store, in order to be able to defeat the sword master and dig for the treasure. So he visits Captain Smirk, at Big Body Pirate Gym, where he is trained on how to use the sword. Using the map he bought, Guybrush goes to the forest, to find the legendary lost treasure of Melee Island. After digging the treasure, he finds out that it's a t-shirt. Later, for practice, he fights with several pirates in Melee Island, until he becomes really good. And finds and beats the sword master Carla, who gave him another 100% cotton t-shirt, as a proof that he beat her in sword fighting. After fighting sword master, Guybrush moves to Governor's mansion, and the sheriff tries to arrest him, but he hits him with a chair. The prisoner has the file, which is hidden inside a cake, and he uses it to open the lock and steal the fabulous idol of many hands, from Governor's mansion, where he meets the lovely Governor Elaine Marley and they have a sweet conversation. Unfortunately, LeChuck, the ghost captain, who was transformed into sheriff, throws Guybrush beneath the pier, and kidnaps the Governor Marley, when she came to rescue Guybrush from the pier. LeChuck sailed off to his hideout on the Monkey Island, leaving a threatening note to the pirates of Melee Island, warning them not to go after him. Fortunately, Guybrush managed to survive from the bottom of the sea, and he decides to get a crew and a ship, and sail to Monkey Island to rescue Elaine. He also managed to free Otis, the prisoner of the Seraph, who promised to join him on his journey to the Monkey Island. Then he went back to the 3 pirate leaders, but nobody was there, so he tried to find more members for his crew, and went back to Carla the sword master, who also offered to join him. Looking for more people for his crew, he went to Fabulous Hook Isle restrooms, where he met a troubled pirate with no hands, Meat Hook, who also offered to join him. Finally, Guybrush goes to Stan's ship Emporium, to look for a ship to buy, but he has no money, so he gets back to town to the store owner, and steals a credit note from his treasury, and after negotiations with Stan, he buys the cheap and famous Sea Monkey, a ship that could make it to the Monkey Island. Finally, Stan delivers the Sea Monkey ship to Guybrush at the dock, and among with Meat Hook, Carla and Otis, they sail for the Monkey Island. Part 2. The Journey. Guybrush and his crew, begin to plan their voyage across the Caribbean. Then he finds a voodoo spell that turns the ship to an unknown heading and off on its mysterious voyage, and they arrive to the Monkey Island. Then Guybrush gets in the ship's cannon, and shoot himself out of it, like he did on the circus, so that he arrives to Monkey Island, and be able to find Governor Marley. Part 3. Under Monkey Island. In this chapter, Guybrush explores the Monkey Island. He discovers Herman Toothroot, a ragged castaway marooned there. There are some cannibals in the village, who are not dangerous only if you lend them something. Herman lent them his banana picker and he expects to get it back. Guybrush sinks his ship by accident when he was playing with a big rock, which shot and hit the ship. The cannibals imprison Guybrush in their guest hut, until they decide what to do with him. There he finds out that LeChuck acquired their voodoo anti-root, which is able to destroy ghosts, and he manages to escape from them, who appear to be very hungry and are willing to eat him. So he visits the Great Monkey, and picks up an idol that the cannibals had already offered to it before. He brings the idol to the village, where the cannibals catch him and ask him what he has to offer, and he gives them the idol. They get very impressed that he gave them something new, that they can pass on to worship the Great Monkey, and they feel very grateful to Guybrush for his fine gift. Guybrush picks up and returns the banana picker to Herman Toothroot, and settles the quarrel with the cannibals. Herman is so satisfied, that gives him the key to the monkey head, to return it back to the natives. Then he meets again with the cannibals, and they tell him that he needs a navigating tool to guide him in the catacombs, the head. They made an agreement to give him the head, which would navigate him to get the voodoo root from LeChuck, on terms of agreement to return it to them and turn it to a seltzer bottle of voodoo root elixir, that is able to destroy ghosts. Guybrush opens the monkey head, and gains entry to Hell, where he uses the head of the navigator to find his way to LeChuck's ship. He kindly asked the head to give him the magic necklace, so that he can become invisible to the ghosts in LeChuck's ship, and manage to steal the voodoo root. Then he went back to the village and returned the root to the cannibals, who transformed it into a voodoo root elixir. LeChuck has returned to Melee Island to marry Elaine at the church, and Herman told Guybrush to rescue him, so Guybrush, who wanted nothing more than to go back to Melee Island, took Herman's ship and sailed back to Melee Island. Part 4. Guybrush kicks butt. This is the final episode of the game, set on the Melee Island again. LeChuck is about to marry Elaine, against her will, and Guybrush uses the root elixir to destroy the ghosts and rushes in the church just in time to stop the ceremony. Surprisingly, he finds out that Elaine had her own plan for escape, but in the process he loses the elixir. Now confronted with a furious LeChuck, Guybrush is savagely beaten by the ghost pirate in a fight across the island. The fight eventually arrives at the island's ship emporium, where Guybrush finds a bottle of root beer and he sprays LeChuck, destroying the ghost pirate. With LeChuck defeated, Guybrush and Elaine enjoy a romantic moment, watching fireworks caused by LeChuck exploding. Meanwhile, Carla, Otis and Meathook try to escape from the cannibals in Monkey Island. Monkey Island is a series of adventure games, and my favorite was The Secret of the Monkey Island, followed by Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge in 1991. The series went in hiatus until 1997, when it resumed with The Curse of Monkey Island. After the fourth entry, Escape from Monkey Island, the franchise again went on hiatus, though numerous rumors persisted about a revival until the announcement of Tales of Monkey Island by Telltale Games in early 2009. It's time for our story to come to an end. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more.